that seems to be it. Let's... He's here again! Real! Shopkeeper, but look at you. You made it to the end. What? You did it all. It's over. My boy. You just met an actual team. What more do you want? The show's over. I'm going to bed, and so should you. Don't tell me what to do. It's soon. It's over midnight, and I haven't eaten dinner yet. Oh, he thinks he can bluff me 3 times by having dotus. That's not working. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, 11. Ah, yes! I knew it! Alright, you want to hear a rant? Yes! Are you sure there's no getting me off? Fine! So you beat the game, did you like it? Did the show steal itself? Did it everything you wanted? And more importantly, was it worth your time? Like, why is the game so good here actually? I don't get it. Did you say the team created some content here? Or are you're serving the term for those who will play it in front of the virtual crowd? Okay, let's start slow. Congratulations, you defeated all the bosses. You resurrected your best friend. You found all the rainbow conches. You finished all the fish. You wheeled all the wheels. Of course I am the wheel master. You quizzed all the quizzes. Last time I tried being boring, I ended up making friends who thought we needed more productions using Alpha and Omega in their marketing. I'm not about to risk that happening again. So let's move on to talking in absolutes, shall we? To make a good video game, you need to have grass in the first area, lava close to the fake ending, a secret boss that will be harder than the final boss. So true. Look, I do make the rules. You can either disagree or take some notes. For what it's worth, I hope you disagree though. If only it was the irony of you standing here right now after having turned every stone. If you find me annoying already, just consider it's not like healthy sleep schedules come easy for me. Also, I don't brush my teeth at work after lunch. Consider myself quite bearable, in fact. Anyway, thanks for the warm-up. I'll be here if you feel like you're getting real. Oh, you think I'm backing down? Still here? I got more if you want, but it goes a bit deeper. Yes, are you absolutely sure there's no cutting me off? I will tend to ramble. Okay, you asked. You know the kind of people who use a niche word they just learned as if they knew, as if everyone knew what it was, but it's really only someone will ask them to explain it. That used to get to me, like there's some injustice in people earning points through manipulation and lying by omission. But let me tell you one perk about getting older. You start seeing the later chapters of some stories, and they will have a lot to teach. Then one day, the realization just hit me. A lot of people are part of a race where no one knows what they're trying to win. I don't know what the surprise prize is either. I just know that I don't want it. It was kind of freeing to realize that there can't be anything of substance in the game that doesn't value integrity. Now, all I feel towards that is slight disappointment when I think of friendships that could have been. But nothing too disappointing. Just kind of like noticing the bread contains raisins. So that's what I do now. I avoid raisin spread without engaging, and it's something I wish I'd started doing decades ago. I still with me. I saved the rest of the real talk for the final part in case this is your stuff. There won't be any judgment from this side in any case. Let's tone it down by talking about music. You ever go to a metal show where the musicians paint their faces? My homie right there. I love this guy. I'm going to probably make a video about talking to this guy alone. I used to think there was just exaggerating their characters to play to the crowd. He's fly. And while I'm sure there's plenty for whom that's the reason, it also dawned on me that some probably just need a persona. Something that they can become in order to remove whatever insecurities that would prevent them from engaging in pure expression. Something that provides just enough of a sense of being hidden to tap into healthy from an anonymity, the empowering kind. Sort of like how wearing sunglasses can remove the extra layer of social anxiety that just comes from eye contact. Eye contact, what is that? I avoid it at all costs myself. To be honest, I've lost count of how many times sunglasses allows me to say no in public. Anyway, so about those metal shows, it's not lost on me that I might just be imagining all of this. That maybe they all just like the aesthetics, and that's all there is to it. They still played an important role in letting me believe in the benefits of personas, and I'm picturing a viable path of expressing myself. If that sounds confusing, the point is that any interpretation of an artist's work is valid, though it may not represent the artist's intention. If that still sounds confusing, you could replace painting your face with building a virtual world for all your made-up characters to live in. And if that still sounds confusing, the point is that I like this cloak. I have to go soon, but we can do one more round if you want. One more we go! Want me to get real? Real talk! Are you sure? Absolutely sure. I can't guarantee you won't ruin the game for you. Yes. Okay. The silence. With the whole time-traveling business, my memory tends to play tricks on me. I don't remember whether or not we met before, but if we have, you might be wondering how the boy from the well is doing. It's that guy! Can you show me his clock? I remember him! It's from the first fishing area. The short answer is that he's doing better, but I suppose we are here for a long answer, so let's do a short recap. The first fishing area in the game, there was a person in a well that asked to oh, can you grab my watch for me? And it was eaten by a fish. And maybe this is the guy. The story is so far. There was once a little boy stuck in a well. It wasn't really clear why he was there. People assumed he fell while playing, and that someone had pushed him. In truth, he had jumped in there himself. He spent years in the well, wasting away anxiously, feeling utterly inadequate. Okay, maybe that's not the answer. He had a deep desire to share his ideas with the world, but shame had played such a big part in his upbringing. His will lay broken. That's why the well suited him so perfectly. A place to hide, where he could he could be alone with his stories, with no one to mock or judge him. It was a safe life, unfortunately devoid of purpose, but at least shielded from rejection. Over the years, he made friends who helped him climb out, and helped him build his stories to share them with the world. His friends were very talented indeed, and together they earned the means to keep collaborating in their own shared space. And that, in short, is where this story ended 5 years ago. A lot has happened since then, and this journey couldn't wouldn't feel whole without some closure. So here we go. Cloak on, mask off. It dawned on him somewhere during during year 2 out of 5 of production, that for all of the sorrow inside of him, there was still heat. Not the externalized kind, but the kind that is directed towards the self. A crippling sense of unworthiness. It had festered into a false promise that with enough effort, something will rise from the ashes at long last. A belief that the entire world would just might be enough for two people to finally see that all along they had someone worth welcoming, worth accepting. But how would that even play out exactly? Learning about the notion of healing fantasies completely floored him. His situation ticked all the boxes. Life simply didn't work that way. There would be no click moment for abusers, and certainly no travel back in time to set things right. My boy! Yes! All that was left was the future. And while some wounds may heal over time, there's a lot of doors, happy doors, that will remain shut forever. For months, it all turned to fear. Fear of being nothing but a response. Fear of living a delusion that he was sticking to those that had broken him, while in reality he was still dancing for them. Going out of his way to work around the clock, constantly keeping the plate spinning as if there was a plan, or an end to it all. He had burned those bridges a long time ago, so why did their bidding still? And what was he thinking anyway? Exposing the imaginary world he had used in order to survive, for everyone to judge and criticize. And so he crashed, but not so much in a physical way. It was like an emotionally falling asleep, slowly but surely, until he felt next to nothing. But work continued, for it was the only thing that kept him going. And with every passing day, he would routinely close the blinds on the rising sun to prevent the glare from creeping up on his screen. Going through the motions, the work progressed, and progressed well, but he was losing his grip on reality. During year 4, the guardian he never knew he had reappeared, and she saved him one last time. His grandmother was dying, but their final days found exactly the words that would give him purpose and sustenance. It washed over him in an instant. She had been there in the background all his life, a loving and caring presence, the much needed light in all this darkness. The foundation she had managed to build within him, the limited time they had spent together during his childhood, was carrying him to this day. Merci, Irena. Je t'aime. I don't know that sentence. He finally understood that to touch everything with gloves was to touch nothing but gloves. So he took them off and let the memories flow. Riding his bicycle through a puddle of water to mark the road was the wet tire. Going through the box of popsicles at his friend's place and trying to see through the wrapper to avoid the orange ones. Feeling so thirsty that he liked to imagine that the first sip only served to give him the energy he needed to chug the glass. And of course, video games. He finally understood what they had been to him. A sanctuary. The place where he could be free. Free to experiment, to learn, to ask, to fail, to preserve, to give up, to overcome, to laugh, to accomplish the dream. He wasn't just a response, but someone who understood how to build the sanctuary, and who knew what it was like to need one. There had to be others, people he would never meet, who needed a place like he had known, so he had to make it the best he could. And in a flash, he saw it anew, something that was right there in plain sight, all along, their unbelievable talent that was gathered to bring this vision to life. It's been 8 hours! Don't tell me that! We're so close! The sudden realization made him uncomfortable at first, thinking about how vulnerable he had allowed himself to be in front of his teammates over the years. Go to sleep. I need to eat first! I haven't eaten in like 16 hours! I need food! But I need to listen to this guy's story first! But it's all his second thoughts, that there was one thing he couldn't deny. They were still there. Each and every one of them listening mindfully every day, applying their craft to help build something they could all be proud of. And at long last, he knew that everything he needed, he already possessed. His friends were there with him. They always had been. This whole journey has one of the genuine expression of their personalities and of their unbelievable chemistry. With all thoughts of destruction now gone, he set out to complete the project with the intention to create without any hope of recognition. No, don't redeem my hydrate now! I will get it when the stream is done and I will get the food. Okay, I will do it. Trust me. We're so close. The abusers wouldn't win, not anymore. He was pursuing this because he sincerely wanted to, and he had backup. Now with a stronger sense of self, he also took note never to fly so close to the sun ever again. No! Now I have to unshrimpify as well. What do you mean? To stretch? Why would he do this? How is he still talking? He said he was going to go on a rant, and I have done this 3 times now. But guess what? No! You don't dare! No! My spine! Okay. Okay, I think we're close. Calm down everyone, we're doing it! I'm so nice. Okay. I wish I could tell you what he achieved. That he achieved balance and now lives a life with more than a single thing occupying all of his time. But on that, only time will tell. Thank you for helping me indulge in some closure. It was much needed. I'll be going now. Papate. No, he's leaving! Let's get him! No! It's a moment in history. Okay, let's see if it's hiding. No, okay, it's actually gone. No! Finally, it's a moment in history! Thank God! I really enjoyed this!